What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Wild Out Geek Show, episode 162. And we're back here again with your boys AJ and ChrisyLite. How you feeling today, Brody?
One of them sleepy weeks, bro. I'm gonna fight through it. We're gonna stay up. We're doing this pod, and we're gearing up for some big moves.
That's right. But today's subject of matter, I don't know. Today we're talking about Beetlejuice.
Hey, two
AKA
times.
Beetlejuice 2. Now, It finally hit streaming.
Bro said it 3 times already. We just got into the pod. Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You talked in between. It doesn't work like that, right? Or does it?
I don't know.
It's all about breaking the rules, bro. I ain't scared. Well, I used to be. But yeah, so when it first came out, I was like, oh, let me go watch the original Beetlejuice because I never watched it before. Of course, I know about it, but I just was like, I'm not a spooky guy. You know what I'm saying? So when it actually came out, I never went around to go see it. I don't remember what was happening at that point in time, but it just never happened, you know? And it finally hit streaming. So we're here today to give our thoughts on the movie. Chris, just initial takes, like, were you excited? What was you expecting to see? You know, just what you got for us to start?
I've seen this movie, the first one, a lot as a kid growing up. Always on TV all the time. And I remember first seeing the trailer in theaters and just being like, dang, that's a long time for a sequel.
Yeah.
Like a long time. And the trailer to me showed a lot of what I would expect from a Beetlejuice movie. And it was not one of those things that I had to go rush to see. Like, I didn't need to see more. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for streaming, and hey, here it is. And I had to go watch, man. As soon as it came on HBO Max, I was like, I'm for sure watching it.
Yeah.
At least one time. But yeah, I definitely was not gonna rush to the theaters to see this. But you haven't seen Beetlejuice at all, growing up?
I've seen it, not watched it though. Like,
okay,
if I see it, I'm turning the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Or like,
not a Beetlejuice fan.
Nah, this is not what I wasn't allowed to watch stuff like that, bro. That's really what it was. Like, like, and if anything, I don't know if anybody had the actual movie. I just remember it being on TV before, and that's like, I just knew what it was, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not watching this. Like, I just be spooked, bro. But you know, once I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh, I get it. It's not really supposed to be scary. It's more funny. It's more whimsical. It's more like, I don't know what kind of sense of humor it is, like, put a definition on it, but it's just like a darker sense of humor. Like, you're trying to understand it the whole time, essentially, like their style of comedy. And this movie is like a lot more of the same. Like, I felt like they kept it authentic to the first movie. Whereas, like, thinking back, I don't know when the first one came out, but just think it's been a minute since it's come out. So it's like the technology we have now combined like with like the ideas that they could come with today. I was just like, I wonder how, you know, like how much of the original thing is going to be still true to his word, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? Like, even what's her name? What's the mom name in this?
Rorona Ryder.
Yeah. So like, I only knew her from Stranger Things, but
oh yeah,
when I went to go watch the first, I was like, no way, this is the mom from Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? And I still feel like there's still more Stranger Things in her still. Like, I still feel like that character is still like somehow, you know, like, it never really went away. Versus like the character she played as a kid. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like interesting to see how like those two characters mesh, I guess. Because it's like, yes, you can grow up to be a different person, but it was she's troubled in this jump. You know what I'm saying? And like versus like she was mad confident as a kid, which
Sure.
in turn makes sense. So it's like that whole dynamic was super interesting to me. Outside of that, I wasn't really worried about BJ like that. And because I just knew like going into I just knew I was like, okay, it's gonna be just like more of the same. You know? Like it's like not I guess we got to see more of his like capabilities in this one because more people was affected
Oh
throughout,
yeah,
but it
yeah,
was like, oh now bro is like he's kind of strong. Like, you know, like
yeah, yeah. This man is super. Like he could do anything.
yeah, like it's just like you think it can happen, you know.
Yeah.
And which I think is cool, but like there's definitely some things in this joint where I was just like, I I don't know why this was in there, you
Hmm.
know. So like um for you, like what like as far as like the from watching the first one to this one, like what are some things that stuck out to you as far as the two movies in their
Uh,
different eras?
um, I really like that they still had like the stop motion or whatever they want to call it with like the characters,
Mm-hmm.
and even like they didn't go CGI with like the worm stuff. It
Yeah.
kind of felt like in the same vein of the original movie.
Mm.
Uh, to the point that you would have thought this movie came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Especially in 2024, what the things they're doing. Uh, you'd think they go like super crazy with this type of movie, but they kind of still
Mm-hmm.
kept it grounded. Kind of still felt like the same reality of the original. So that's definitely a standpoint. We like we already said. The juice is loose. He shines again on this
Yeah.
movie. Um, I feel like he was not as center in
Mm-hmm.
this one. But he's still like a rock star as soon as he hits the screen. Like
Yeah.
the whole movie just gets amplified as soon as he appears, helps out,
Mm-hmm.
does whatever. Um, and I guess you can call it a sequel. Um, essentially, it does kind of feel like you probably could watch this without seeing the original Beetlejuice. I do feel like some stuff wouldn't hit as
Yeah.
hard, but I think you could watch this and get the gist of what's going on.
Yeah. I think you could get like you can understand this movie, but like because it's not really like super deep, but I feel
Yeah.
like the underlying lore, I guess you could say, of how the first movie it was more so about learning and them trying to figure out like what the heck is going on than this one where it was more so like, all right, y'all have a background knowledge of like how the afterlife works and stuff like that. So, we can skip some steps. We don't have to explain literally everything, but we can put some subtle hints here and there, like for instance, like the book that everybody gets that when Jenna Ortega's character first opened it, um she flipped to the direct page that would end up helping them later on in the film, and
Mhm.
just so happened like that was like the perfect thing to use, right, in that moment. But if you don't really know the backstory and like the ghost family or the ghost couple from the first movie, it's like it's not impossible to understand, but I feel like you said, like it hits a little bit different once
Yeah,
like
because the Ghost Family didn't really that was really the main story in the first one.
yeah.
And, like, this one, essentially, the only thing that translated was the house, right? That
Hmm.
was the same house.
Same
Uh,
town,
yeah, but like, none of that.
same like the afterlife stuff was the same pretty much. I
mean, they kind of went much
office.
deeper into this. Yeah, the waiting room thing,
Yeah,
for sure was the same, but like in this one, I kind of feel like they went with just an expanded universe, and they just decided not to like lean into the fact like, oh, let's do some more stuff with you. Yeah, I mean that's how, at least how I'm looking at it. It kind of didn't feel like the only thing was well, what's Lydia's character is just back years later.
Yeah, after getting the bag.
and knows about the juice. You know what I mean? Already knows about him, and feels like he still might pop up again.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you watch this one, you can definitely go back and watch the original one.
Yeah, for sure.
And feel cool about it. I feel like it's probably aged enough. You saw it this year, right?
Yeah, I literally just saw it like this year.
Okay, yeah. Well, was it aged or no?
The only thing that was really aged was the stop motion, but like it wasn't. It did what it needed to do.
Okay,
you know, because it was like once I understood, like, okay, I'm not supposed to be scared. I'm just supposed to be kind of like startled, and it's supposed because it's not real. It's not working on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the whole thing, that none of their tactics in the first movie was working.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't kick people out their house.
They couldn't kick people out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
horrible ghosts.
Yeah. So it's like you got that angle, and then when the juice is there, it's just like over the top, next level. And I don't think the whole child bride aged well in this at all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I was like,
what she had to be like 13,
what the heck?
Right?
Yeah, like what the heck are we doing? Like who approved this back in the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but it was back in the day, so times were different, I guess. But
and I do like how they linked that back into the new one.
Yeah, they did. Cool. They did do a callback, and they didn't make they didn't just redo it with Jenna Ortega. You know,
exactly,
which is good. Yeah. Like, I think that was dope. Now, I think the stepmom or the grandmother, depending on step grandmother, I guess. I don't know how that works, but I really enjoyed her character in season 2, because it was just like she was just, even though you could tell in the first movie like that since their marriage was fresh, it was just like she'd always been about a bag. But like in this one, you got to really see like, oh nah, she really rocked with Lydia's dad, you know?
Yeah.
And it was more so like as they gotten older, and you know her father's bag turned into her bag, they became closer. They called it out, but it was like at least they could be, you know, cordial in a sense, and it wasn't as like I hate you, you hate me type thing. You know, it was like you could see the growth, but you could see the core of the character was still there. And for the people that
I think you can only get that from watching, yeah, and it's like the people that knew about what happened in the first movie, like they were still aware of like the ghost town and the ghost stuff, but it was like enough to where it's like, man, do people really remember? You know, so like, yeah, man, I think it was cool. Like, not the best movie I've seen all year, like, but it was just fun, you know. And I think the most interesting thing to me is probably like the dynamic between Lydia and Astrid, which is Jenna Ortega's character, because this whole time it reminds me of Smile. This whole time, after she had her whole interaction or whatever, she could see ghosts. She could see ghosts this whole time, but she didn't know she was seeing them, essentially. You know, and if there's no ghost where you're at, there's no reason that you would see it, right? So like for that to happen and them to have a moment that ended up being the flip later on, I was like, oh nah, they going crazy right now. Because I did not expect that, bro. I did not expect that at all. Like at first I was like, when I first saw her, I was like, oh, like she's gonna be Wednesday.
You know, like that's kind of what I was expecting from Astrid, but she really wasn't. She was just like, she liked spooky stuff, but it was like she didn't believe in it like that. You know, versus like with Lydia, it was like, I believe it and I hate that I believe it, but I'm getting a bag off it. And it's like, man, like I just want some peace at this point, you know? And yeah, bro, I just ranted. But like I just thought I thought it was cool, like the fact that it was like layered.
Yeah.
You know? What else? Everybody got body, bro. Was you expecting that? Like
not really. I one thing that I thought was a lot of the people that passed away in the movie, I thought there'd be more of an impact overall, but it was just like,
it was just cool with it.
Nah. It was like, I was like, what's happening? And you kind of touched on it anyway in the beginning. Like there's like a certain type of like feel or mood or tone they're going for. And it definitely hits it because it's kind of just like, yep.
Yeah.
I died to some snakes, or I got chopped up, or I don't know what happened to him.
He got bitten by a shark.
Yeah, I got bitten by a shark.
In half.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Eaten by a shark. I survived everything else. I got eaten by a shark.
Piranhas.
And like the impact every time this stuff happened, it was just like very whimsical. You said that. Very whimsical of like, yeah. All right, what are we doing now?
That's just what it is. Like just our life.
Yeah. They're like, this is our life. It's just so different sometimes when you see that like tone. It's like, all right, on to the next phase.
Yeah. Okay. Now we talked about a lot of the good stuff. Gotta talk about some of the bad, bro. At least in my opinion, bad. What was the point of this estranged lover, man? Like
for the juice?
Yeah, the soul sucker.
Yo, bro. The soul sucker.
That was crazy.
Ooh, that was crazy. Yo, the way you even said that, I was like, yo.
I was like, yo.
That was a crazy like loop. When they introduced her, I was like, yo, this is a big bad. Like, I don't know.
I was here for it.
Yeah, he better escape. And that was something from the original movie. Him like hinting that he had a wife or whatever, and had like the finger, right? He like got a ring for Lydia at the proposal, and he was like, oh, that was my wife's. And it was really cool to see like, oh, she was like chopped up, and she done like stitched herself back together. But bro, why was she in the movie? Like I kind of hate it in movies when they do this.
Yeah.
And I noticed in the movie, I don't think that character came across any of the main characters, right? Except at the very end.
Bob.
Bob. But any of the actors, I don't think it ever.
Yeah, it was very Scooby-Doo like.
Yeah,
like they was right there, but they just missed them. You know,
like so it makes me feel like that was like edited or added or something like that.
Yeah,
because at the very end, it's like, oh, I'm here now, and then it's like, boom, you're gone within the next 3 minutes. I was like, yo, that they actually wasted my time with that.
Yeah.
But how'd you feel about the introduction of the character? And as you were watching the movie, did you think that it was going to be a much bigger character?
Yeah, the only upside to the Soul Sucker was William Dafoe's character as a police actor.
That was another one.
I was like, bro, this man got me geeked, bro. Like,
yeah,
the coffee cups and just like all the slogans and stuff like that, and everything that had to do with that random investigation. But I think you're right, bro. I think she was supposed to be like probably like a bigger moment, but they just could not fit it in to the
and it's not a long movie.
It's not. And even the way the movie ends too, it's just like, what the heck's still going on? right now.
Yeah.
But as far as like the Soul Sucker as a backstory was a little bit more interesting than like what she was actually doing in real time, because it was just like,
Yeah.
okay, you're gonna turn this person into a pancake. Now you're gonna turn this person into a pancake, and it's like you gotta address what's your plan here, like like technically you kind of got what you wanted, because like they was in search for eternal life essentially, but they had to fight for it. So it's like, now, well, at least if you get out into the real world, you can just do what you was doing anyway. But it's like, now we gotta get back. I'm just like, bro, I don't get
Yeah,
it.
bro.
And then
Yeah, that's a head
you
scratcher.
got to do a whole bunch of work to try to figure out what's going on. And then even whenever the manager, uh Lydia's manager slash boyfriend slash future husband, who's now on Saturn,
Ori?
yeah,
Maybe?
yeah, something like that. uh Even when BJ said to um put the heart shirt on him, and then put them two together, and she was like, wait, huh, you love me now? It was just like, what, I don't know if she had any lines, bro. Like, I don't even remember if she said anything other than like
Like she
the
said something
juice's
like
name.
your soul is mine. Your
Yeah,
soul belongs to me. Like
yeah, that
they
part
could have
was,
thrown that character out.
yeah, like they could have got trapped on the Soul Train or something,
Yeah.
you know?
Like even like William Dafoe, his character was at least entertaining and
Yeah.
interesting. But that was another character that by the end of the movie, I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like we could have done so much more. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if they had multiple scripts and then
Yeah.
by the time the final copy they just said, I still like this character. I want it in the universe or I want
Mm-hmm.
it'll
I
be
want
fun
this
just to
name on my
add.
poster.
Yeah, like deep down I feel like that's ultimately what happened, and if they would have just went with a certain storyline, maybe it would have folded it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just two characters I kind of felt uh useless. Didn't need to be in the
Mm-hmm.
movie, but I do like William Dafoe's character. I thought his was entertaining at least.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Let's talk about. Uh, um. Let's talk about what's the I don't remember none of these people's names, bro. What's the tree boy, tree house kid, the
Bro, the
ghost,
murderer,
the murderer?
Ashling Slasher.
Yeah.
Um,
What's his name?
his name was Jeremy.
Yeah.
Was it Jeremy?
Something
I
like
think it
that.
was.
How you feel
Yep,
about the way he
Jeremy.
went out, bro?
Bro, weak.
Pissed me off, bro.
Like,
I ain't
I
gonna.
don't know. Go ahead, go off.
Bruh, you built up this man to be the next Juice, kinda like that's whose shadow he was in this whole time. You're gonna do the whole parallel situation where it's a little different, in as far as like he wants to trade lives. Like they're using a different part of the book, and you take us on this whole journey of like, yeah, like my parents used to do this, did that, da 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 da. You trick us. You start floating, and we're just like, whoa, what the heck, like, and it's like, oh nah. Now you go to the passport thing, click. Oh, I feel weird. No other signs,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh
I
yeah,
felt different.
I got you. You know,
Yeah.
like, like, bro, like, I don't. It just felt like such a like I was like in the moment I was like, oh nah, this is crazy. But I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, like as soon as he didn't explain how the thing was going to work, as soon as he was like, oh yeah, I help you find your dad, I was like, okay, yeah, this is going somewhere, like,
Yeah.
and it did ended up happening, but it's just like, bro, you cannot be this dumb, like,
Yeah, yeah.
and
There's
then
a
just for
lot of
him to
dumb stuff
pop
that led to that.
too, and I was just like, bro, you wasted all this time, you know.
I
This
mean,
could
I
have been
wasn't gonna
cool.
throw him on the wasted time list, but after listening to you, Yeah. Maybe it did waste my time because it was a pretty cool twist. I did see it coming, immediately. Because her Jenna Ortega's character was like, "Yo, my mom's a fraud, blah blah blah, this and that. She can't even see my dad." And then venting to this random person, I'm like, "Oh yeah, this person doesn't exist." Like
Yeah.
already off the bat, I was like, it makes so much sense for the character that doesn't believe none of this to start talking to a ghost, and then that ghost to trick her. But I thought that was like the main thing.
Yeah.
And then he would be a huge antagonist, and the Juice had to use like, "Oh, I'll save your daughter only if, uh, I have this arrangement. So if we're married, my wife can't suck my soul. Like
Yeah.
we're done. Like that's the whole thing. And then that character would have much more of a chasing after him, getting the soul back.
Yeah. Like I'm not even mad at the whole passport
Switch.
stamp.
Yeah.
Like I'm mad at the fact that he dropped the floor and then he just combusts. I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, it's and that part, like his character was fine. The storyline was fine for his side.
Yeah.
Until that happened, because it became like, yo, what are we doing here? Like we spent a lot of time in the beginning setting this up.
Yeah.
Like even the switch of like, yo, that was the murder house. Like I was like, yo, like she had like, why would you drop your daughter off a random person's house?
Man, another kid
that's
gone. You keep losing kids, bro.
Yeah.
First William, now Astrid, bro. Like, what are we doing?
That was just perplexing. But overall, as soon as the Juice was like, "Oh, denied," and gone, and that was just it.
Yeah.
Storyline over. I was like, are they trying to subvert expectations here? Are they trying to juggle like, oh, who's actually the villain? Is it actually still the Juice? Is it still the Soul Sucker? It's no longer this kid. Maybe it's the William Dafoe's character. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do, but as soon as that happened, I was like, yo, this is some BS. Like, come on.
Yeah. I was upset at that, bro. There was something else too. Oh, when the for sale sign, like it's crazy to me when they show us things in movies and then like we come back later on and it's completely different if you look at a different angle. You know, like when we first went into the house, because like it didn't hit me that he was a ghost until they started floating, but I thought it was weird when they walked in the house and the parents didn't turn around.
Yeah.
And they just walked upstairs. I was like, wait, hold on, what's going on? Like, that's weird. Like they didn't even acknowledge him really, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, something's fishy here. Like,
yeah, that as soon as they did that, like that was confirmation, because I was like, yo, I was gonna message you. Yo, that's crazy. This man randomly walked up on Jenna Ortega, technically had her fall into his lap, and the next
her
day
bike ain't got no brakes.
Yeah.
That's another thing too.
Yo, I guess they're not there often, right?
No, but it's just like, oh, she ran through a fence. I thought she was going to die. I thought it was like, oh, this is her end right here. She's about to get impaled by a fence post. Like,
but I was definitely like, he bagged her in a day. Yo, we live in a fake world right now. So it was like, as soon as she walked through the house and the mom did not acknowledge her, I was like, yep, this is not real. Like he's definitely a ghost.
Yeah. Bagged is a strong word, but yeah.
Bruh, he said, yo, I'm in my treehouse. If you want to come back tomorrow, I'm gonna be right here. And she came back. She came back. Yo, that's the old. Yo, man got W Riz immediately. Like just
trick in the book.
Yeah. Bro.
We have some pizza and pass out candy. I was like, yo, that's not what you trying to do.
He was not trying.
He had
the mom was like, I guess I need her to like me. Let me go send her off to this guy's house. That's crazy.
Insane, bro. Insane. Is there anything else? I guess we talked about the wedding, right? That song was too long, bro.
Yeah, overstated welcome 100%.
It was funny at first, seen everybody's eyes be like, yo, I can't control what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
Well, they
He was
overdid
milking
it.
it.
Yeah, they was just like, yo, look at all the stuff we can do now. Like that's what it felt like when I was watching it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I don't know how I feel about how easy it was for him to just lose at the end too, after he did all that work. You know, it's just like, oh no, bylaw section such and
Invalid.
such, yeah, invalid, combust. You know, I was just like, bro, I guess like it makes sense, but it don't at the same time. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah, I
if I
mean,
got anything else except for
for
Nightmare.
for the last act, Beetlejuice always has this weird thing. Like the last 20 minutes is like super everything getting thrown at you.
Yeah.
But for like all the storylines to kind of collide at that church or chapel, whatever it is, like I was really expecting a lot more than what we got.
Yeah.
That dance sequence thing, it just took too long. Jenna Ortega always finding herself dancing nowadays, I guess.
Gotta hit the ballerina.
Gotta hit it one time. Like William Dafoe's character just,
He was
man,
frozen.
that fell flat at the end.
Yeah.
The Soul Sucker fell flat. It was cool seeing the sandworm or sand snake appear again.
Yeah, 3 knocks. That's all it takes.
Yeah. But man, you're right, bro. The way they got out of that wedding was just lame. I was just like, come
not
on.
lame.
like come on.
Oh,
but because you took her to the underworld or whatever
illegally.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
I was like,
null and void.
I cannot. But I will give credit overall to Beetlejuice. He looked cool.
Yeah.
He looked more improved. And that baby scene in the middle,
man, nasty,
was wild. It was wild.
I wasn't ready for that, bro.
And then at the end, the baby scene again, I was just laughing. I was like, yo, they crazy. Like they're really just now just throwing stuff to be like, hey, we're a little goofy. What if this happened? Like,
I don't know. I have like no words for that one, bro. That was a crazy moment. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie was mainly just about that. It's like, yo, how crazy can we get? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think they accomplished that, but,
I definitely feel like it's definitely more geared towards a fan of the first movie.
Yeah.
And is the story as concise? Definitely not. I feel like the first one, it's a clear-cut line of what we're trying to do. This one, it just is too many stuff where you could cut out majority of it and get the same plot. And I do like the twist that he's trying to get married again to the same character years later. I just think that's funny. And there's just a lot of stuff in here that in my opinion they probably shouldn't have done.
Is it better than the first movie though?
Definitely not. I would say by a lot it's not. But is it fun years later? Yeah. Because if I watched the first one again,
it has rewatchability.
Like I don't even know if rewatch it. I feel like it's just a better movie. Like, oh, these people are dunzo. They're trying to get these people they hate out their house, and now we summon a crazy demon thing to save us. Like that's just wild overall. Because I remember that movie that the people like saying like just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, nah, we lazy. Like,
no, they tried and they tried. And they weren't good enough.
And like Ramona Ryder's character was sitting there like, yo, y'all are like not scary or something like that.
Yeah, because she didn't want to be there either.
Yeah, because she could see them. And then like I think her parents like them or something.
Nah, it was the dad bought the house unknowingly. Like he bought the house because of Like he thought it was gonna be a real estate opportunity slash like I can I can just this is like the perfect spot for me to bird watch essentially.
Okay.
And because they came, I think they came from a big city. Because I remember that he was like on a business call, like, yo, like, you don't understand. Like, this place is untapped potential. We got
Yeah,
this, we
like
got
buy a
that.
whole bunch of stuff, something like that.
Yeah. So there's a, there was something going on there for the reason why, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it was. But I still think that, I think personally, maybe it's recency bias. I think that this one was a little bit more entertaining at like, if we just chopped up those moments and put them side by side, like this joint was way more wild than the first one.
Yeah.
But the first one was like you said, like a lot better constructed, and it felt like the every character had meaning essentially
Yep.
to them being there. Whereas like everybody else is kind of like not fodder, but like you could see through people a lot more in this joint, like in their intentions versus like you said, like this is not necessarily a sequel, but they're kind of just expanding on the world. So I feel like that's kind of hard. I feel like it's the same thing with Gladiator 2. The same issues where it's like they have the main plot, but then at the same time, like that plot, there's so much time took in between. It's like, damn, we could go real far or we could go narrow. And this movie chose to go far, but Gladiator chose to stay pretty narrow. And like it just depends on how you write it after that. But you know, it was fun to watch. I'll say that. Like,
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
you know. So what kind of score are you giving to John, bro?
Man.
I know it. I know it. Can I guess?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 6.
Nice. That's a 6.
I knew
I
it.
would give this a 6. It's definitely not the worst sequel I've seen.
Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of it is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the main plot point of getting the juice back in motion, I think was fine enough for a normal movie. And all the extra stuff around it just wasn't really needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I am glad that they didn't do just the same movie over again.
Yeah.
Like 30 years later. Kind of like what you're saying about Gladiator 2. Like Gladiator 2 has a little too much of Gladiator in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at least this one's a different one. Freshened up and still has the same type of storytelling the original one had. So that was really nice. But overall, I'm glad I didn't go see it in the movie theaters. I probably would not have been as happy.
Dang.
And I would say I
6
like
is
the
happy,
original
y'all.
one. Yeah. I would not have. I would watch the first one over this one, and I don't even think the first one is that great. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's like a cult classic and all that type of stuff, and people really like this movie. I just always thought it was a nice, cool movie.
Mm.
Never really got into the mega hype of why people loved it so much.
Yeah.
And now this one is just a step down where if you love the first one, maybe you like this one a lot more. But for someone like me, it's okay. A watch just to finish up the two piece, you know. So a 6. But what will you give it, G?
I already put my score out, so if you've seen it, you cheating. But did you see it?
I haven't.
All right, so take a guess. I guess you'll see if you can guess mine. We've been doing this pod long enough. You should be able to guess what I give it.
A 7.
Nope. I give it an 8.
Oh,
I gave it
an
an
8. Oh, better.
Yeah,
Better
I think
than
the
a
song was
7.
good, bro. I think the song was
Okay.
good. Like, if I had seen it in theaters, I think I would have been geeked. Even more.
Really?
Yeah. I still think I'd come to the same conclusion. I'm like, why the heck? Like, really? The only thing that was like really bothering me was like the soul sucker part. Because they made that way more important than it was supposed, like it ended up being. But
Yeah.
everything else is kind of like, I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was funny in the moment, but it's like, was it really that good? I don't know. Like, you know, so I'll take 2 points away for that kind of. And I don't know.
Better than the OG.
Like, when you say better, it depends on what you mean by better. Because to me, I'd rather watch this one again than the old one because it's just old. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's old lingo. It's old, like, dialogue. And it's just like, oh, Jerry, what do we do now? Like, that type of stuff, you know? And I'm just like,
I might have to watch the original.
It's not bad, but it was just like, oh man, like the writing itself is not as dynamic as like this one. Yeah, and how this one is. So and it's just like there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So yeah, that's what I would get this joint. Would I go see it in theaters? Yeah. But I'm not mad that I didn't go. Because I'm just not like a huge Beetlejuice fan. But yeah, it was smooth. It was smooth. Another one in the books, you know. Does that mean we're gonna get a Beetlejuice 3? I don't know. That would be the end of it. Can't do more than 3, right?
I don't think they're doing another one. I would not to hate on it because I feel like a 3 of them would be a great way to wrap it up.
I mean, everybody did now.
But yeah, it just seems
basically
like it's a no-go. Especially story-wise. I just don't know why. Essentially, she would have to just get married off to him at that point. Like, just let's just stop the game at this point. Stop messing with my man. He's been working for 40 years, 30 years. No, because how far is it now? How far was the time skip? 60 years? 50 years?
No. It'd have to be like 30. Because it's more than 23. Because that's whenever the dude, the kid murdered his family. So it'll have to be after after Lydia's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like she done grew up and she done forgot about the town and left type beat.
Yeah, because she was, I don't remember her age, but I remember her being like
she was like 13, 12.
I don't remember her being like 15. I feel like she was like 12.
Yeah.
So,
and then like Jenna's probably like, I don't know how old she is in this one. They didn't say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old she'd be.
It was the school she was in was given like Mean Girls,
like preparatory school or like still like high school.
So it's like all grades kinda.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I don't know.
It's spooky though.
He been waiting. Y'all.
I mean, yeah. Nah, I'm still not rocking with that.
yeah, definitely not.
That's crazy, bro.
The OG movie
is insane.
Would not fly nowadays.
No definitely way, would not. Bro. There's no way.
Yo.
There's no way.
You know what? Never mind. The juice gotta be locked up. He said, "Yo, we gotta get married now." Oh, nah, bro. This man like 600.
It's nuts.
Oh,
but yeah. But let us know what y'all think about Beetlejuice 2, and yeah, let us know in the comments which one would you rather watch again. Just because I'm curious, bro. Who has more rewatchability? You know. And
definitely.
How do y'all feel about the Soul Sucker?
Crazy. Like as soon as they said that, I was like, "Yo, they knew what they were doing,
bro." But yeah, what you geeked about, bro?
Man, I'm trying to get into this holiday spirit, man. I watched The Grinch recently.
Which one?
The new one, the green one,
the animated
one, extra animated Grinch. I fell asleep, bro. I fell asleep.
It was bad.
I wouldn't even say it was bad. It was just kind of like
It's not Jim Carrey.
it's not, yeah. It just doesn't have that magic that
Yeah.
it's just too safe.
Mm.
And I probably fell asleep like 50 minutes into it.
Dang.
So there wasn't a lot of time left.
Yeah.
But I'll probably finish that up. But I'm pretty geeked about Path of Exile too, bro. I've been streaming it.
He's
I'm ready to
back,
just
y'all.
keep playing it all holiday break. I'm
Twitch.tv/ChrisyLite.
Yeah, I got the Christmas tree behind me already, yo. So that game, that's gonna be my holiday season. What I'm geeked about. If I had to go with like a movie, I mean, deep down, I'm pretty geeked about Wicked. I did already see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see the original like play now because I've never seen the
Mm.
original play. I didn't know anything about it
Yeah.
leading into watching Wicked,
Me neither.
and I'm on a toss up to just watch the whole play and get spoiled, or just let it ride. So
What do you mean?
uh
It's not
so
the
pretty
same
much
movie? It's not the same? Oh, because it's different
it's not
parts. I forgot you said
yeah,
that.
it's different parts. So it's like
Yeah.
the songs are like definitely the same.
Yeah.
And like the songs
But the
was hitting.
story is like it's not over.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
kind of
So
like
that's
they
what you're gonna get
literally
spoiled
have
on.
the same songs. They literally have, I don't know if it's the exact same story, but I kind of want to see if it is exactly.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I wouldn't be able to hold back. I'd go through the whole thing, and then I'm just in there waiting for the next movie. So I'm thinking about just doing a half seas, just watch up to half of it. As it starts getting into more stuff that I don't know about or haven't seen, I'm gonna be like, nah, can't do it. Can't do it. I need that upgraded one, that
Willpower.
2025 version.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm just geeked about watching Wicked again.
Mhm.
What you geeked about, G?
One Piece. That's the
He's
first thing
back
that's on
on
my
it.
mind. Yeah, I've been watching it again. I just think like it should be a crime to be that good of an anime, bro.
Dang, that good.
Like it's so good, I don't even want to watch it. You know, like that's where I'm at right now. Like I don't even want to watch
That's
it, bro, because it's like every episode. It's not even the fact that like something crazy is happening every single moment. It's the fact that it's the callbacks to it's like, oh my gosh, this just makes so much more sense. You know? Like
really.
they just
Oh
provide
man.
so much lore, bruh, to like stuff that you know about, but it's like a whole different perspective now. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to finish this. Like it's
So
not
I
fair.
gotta be paying attention. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's crazy. And it's not even you gotta pay attention because it's like you don't know about it, but it's like we never got to see it from this person's point of view. Like, wow, all the stuff we done seen is happening, you know? And there's just a lot going on in that joint. Other than One Piece, Blue Lock, every single week, going crazy. Dragon Ball, Daimyo, Daimo, Daimo,
Daima.
Daimo. We getting somewhere. If you want to call an anime whimsical, this one is whimsical. Like it's really giving Dragon Ball like OG, you know? Even though it's like they're still doing Dragon Ball things where I'm not gonna say what happens, but it's like they love doing a little repeat, you know?
Mm.
And technically it's not as bad because it's like in between Super and Z, at the end of Z. So like it's that GT era, but not GT because GT not canon. So it's just a fun thing to watch every Friday. You know what I'm saying? And then Craven comes out this week too. So like that's the main thing I'm looking forward to seeing. Still ain't seeing Moana. I might wait. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I might
Like,
wait.
I
I'm probably
might
not gonna
wait,
make it
bro.
through.
So yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else? Oh, Abbott is back. I mean, it's over again. I just watched both episodes today. I'm like, dang, it's gone. Like, and I realized like, 'cause I was putting together a what you been watching. I drop all my G file scores on Instagram. I was like, dang, bro, I feel like I've watched so much more than this, and it's really because all my shows is on break. Like in between, I guess holiday time, and stuff. But it's like I've started so many shows that I had to start new ones because there's no new episodes. Like I started watching Hit Monkey, bro. What's Hit Monkey? It's like a Marvel animated jump.
I don't even know what that is.
It was on Hulu, and now it's on Disney Plus. Okay. And I seen it a while ago, and I was like, let me check this out. And now I'm on that. So I just feel like I'm in limbo right now, waiting for something. Like, I don't know, it's weird, bro. I'm in a weird spot with stuff I'm watching other than anime. But yeah, I'll probably wait till streaming to watch Wicked. And oh, and then the last thing is the Geeked Awards. The Geeked Awards is coming up. I think it's gonna be first Wednesday of January. Is that when we did it last time? I feel like it's when we did it last time.
I have to look.
I don't remember. But
first Wednesday of January.
Top of the year. I'm gonna just say top of the year. Y'all, we gonna do the Geek Awards. That way, all the movies and stuff is out. But we're gonna take a 2-week break after this week to end off the year, come back fresh, and we're gonna have the Geek Awards. If y'all don't know what the Geek Awards is, basically, me and Chris go through the year and talk about, basically sum up all the stuff we don't watch, give out awards for, best movie, best anime, or do we do best anime? I don't remember. I gotta refresh all the things.
I think we did.
But I think we did best animated joint. That's what it was. It was animated.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, and best actor, best supporting actor, all that stuff. That's your normal award show stuff, So this is gonna be the third year in a row, and it's gonna be dope, bro. I'm excited to do it again because it's been a minute, and it's like perfect time at the end of the year. Now that pretty much everything is gonna be on streaming is on streaming.
Yeah.
So we can catch up on stuff that we have not seen, unless it's Oppenheimer and they don't release it till the next year.
Yeah.
But that joint was crazy too. But yeah, so we'll see y'all in 2025. Chris, you got any final words for the people? Because my birthday is this week. Your birthday is 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. So
that's gonna be the only thing. Hey, happy birthday, man.
Yep. Same to you.
We'll be ready for the Geeked Awards. Thank you, everybody. Make sure y'all watch the Geeked Awards. It's one of the best things we always produce. I always get a lot of people commenting on what we give out and what makes the cut. For some reason, the Geeked Awards is always the one video that I get personal text messages about. Like, no way. So be on the lookout for that, and I'm super excited to do it again with you, G.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we're still gonna be putting stuff out on the channel from new series and clips and stuff like that. But you want to catch Chris? He's gonna be live, bro. I'm saying it. He's gonna be live playing that PoE 2.
Yeah, and watching One Piece.
Yep. And watching what else? I don't know.
College football games.
Yeah.
I go lie. I'm probably gonna be glued every stream.
We gotta do our predictions right now.
Uh-oh.
So I got Ohio State and
I got Ohio State. Okay.
I got Ohio State and Notre Dame in the championship. I got Ohio State winning in the classic, bro. Who you got?
Yeah, I got a boring one. I thought about it. I've already betted on this. I got Oregon beating Georgia in the national championship game.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do Oregon versus Boise State. I'm just not confident. I'm just not confident they could actually beat Georgia after Georgia kind of put Texas in their place. And if Texas doesn't start Arch Manning, then I'm not rooting for them. I just can't. So yeah, I think Oregon gets it done. They defeat every good team on their road to. Have they won a national championship? I think they've only been in the game.
Oregon has.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get it for Phil Knight, but it's not happening this year.
It's not happening this year. Yeah, so that's my prediction. Can't wait to see this. Because by the time the Geeked Awards come out, we're gonna know who's in the big game. So that's exciting.
And then who you got for Heisman?
I mean, we could go all day on this. I mean, I would want Genty to win, but I think Travis Hunter's gonna win. I think they're gonna vote him.
Yeah. Okay. I got Travis.
So, you got Travis overall.
I just got Travis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's unlike anybody else.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Well, let us know who y'all got, man. And yeah, see y'all top of the year. Stay geeked. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Do all the things. We'll see you in the next episode. I lost it. See y'all next week.
Next year.
Yeah. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.